Good morning, Year 1. Today we're going to do some phonics. Now have a little think about what we asked you to do yesterday for phonics and think about what we might be doing today. And before we get started with that, we're going to dash through our phonics sounds. So are we ready, everybody? Here we go. We've got join in with us, O, or, which one? E, very good. I, ow, O, which one could it be? Brilliant. Oo, you took two. Z, E, oo, A, ng, I, oo, sh. Ooh, which one could this be? I, well done. Ooh, which one? We've already had one, so this is very good. Oo, s, E, ch, R, E, O, oo, A again, O, and Q. And of course, those new sounds that we've been looking at recently, we've got air again, so we've got that one twice in here, I think. This air, so care and share air. That's not fair air. Oh, can you remember this one? We learnt this one just before half term, so not long ago. Brilliant. Awesome autumn. We've got give me more or, shut the door or, and yawn at dawn or. So those are some of our new sounds that we've already had a look at now. So hopefully you're getting really confident with those. I've added them onto the wall behind me, but as you can see, it's getting a little bit full. So hopefully we can get back to school soon so I can find some more room for all of these sounds. So they're there to help you, but if you can't see them, don't panic because the phonics mats are on the website if you need those as well. Now, of course, you can see I've got my friends here. We've got Ob and Bob who would like to play a game with us all. So we are going to have a go at reading the words and deciding if they are real or alien words. So if they're real words, obviously Bob likes to eat those, and if they're alien, Ob likes to gobble up those. So let's get your robot arms ready. Let's read the words together. Here we go. So we've got soap, soap. Is it real or alien? Ob or Bob? Brilliant, it's Bob. Well done, everybody. Pop it in there. Okay, next one. Here we go. Sound out together. We've got quet, quet. Real or alien? Brilliant. Ob would like that one. The next one. Here we go. Zeech, zeech. Ob or Bob? Ob again. Well done. Ooh, next word. Here we go. Pain, pain. What do we think? Well done, it's Bob, isn't it? We can be in pain if we hurt ourselves, can't we? Hopefully, it doesn't happen often. Next one, zil, zil. What do we think? Ob, well done. Next word, farmer. What do we think? Brilliant, farmers. We know what a farmer is. Two more to go. Up, shup. Well done, it's Ob. And finally, we have wait. Brilliant. And I'm sure you're all waiting patiently to start the rest of phonics. So well done. So let's move Ob and Bob over there. And remember, you can play Ob and Bob on Phonics Play online if you ever want to. Now, I know Miss Trevor had a little chat with you about suffixes. Let me say that again, suffixes before half term. So I know you've had a little look at these, and that's what we're looking at this week. Now I know you looked yesterday at an est, and those are the ones we're focusing on for the rest of the week as well. So we're looking at adding the suffix an est. So we just add those to a root word. So our root word is the word we've got, and then we add on the suffixes, which could be or est, to the end of them. Now, when we use an S, so I'll show you what they look like. So we have and est, look like that. They are used to help us compare things. So when we're comparing things, it could be like you've done in maths, it might be comparing the length of something, or it could be comparing the height. You would use the words longer and shorter. So we use to compare two objects when we're talking about them, and we use est when we're comparing more than two objects. And we're going to have a little look at that at the end of the session. So that's why we have the suffixes and est to help us with comparing things. So like longer and shorter, or taller, shorter as well. So you could use those words when comparing length and height. Now, it is a tricky one today because yesterday you were just adding and est. That was a nice, easy one because all you have to remember is that some words you just add on the and you just add on the est. But today, of course, it's a little bit trickier. So sometimes words end in e and we have to add on the suffix to those words. We're going to explain that rule to you today and you can have a go at doing that with us. Now, I'm going to show you some words and I'm going to show you how we would then add on the suffix to the end of it. So the first word, have a look at it. Can you read that word? So let's read it together. It's I, p. Well done. And well done if you spotted that there is a split digraph in that. So we've got I, p, ripe. But we would like to say ripe or ripe est. So sometimes we say that when we're talking about fruit, for example. So that is the apple riper than the pear, or ripest. So we're going to add on those suffixes. Now, because it's ending in an e, we are going to add on these, but if we added those on as they are, what do you think the word would look like? Do you think it would look right if we did it? Let me show you an example. So we've got the word ripe. There's our word ripe. And we're going to add on to it. Now, have a look what happens if I was just to add on Does that look right? No, it doesn't, does it? Because it loses that I sound in it. So it would end up saying rip, rippier. And that's not the word we want, is it? We want the word riper. So when some words end in e and we're trying to add on these suffixes, we have to take that e off. So we want to take the e away. We're going to get rid of the e and then we're going to add it on. So we've got rid of the e and instead we would just add, I'll show you an example. So we've taken away that e and we're just then adding the on. So it becomes the word riper, okay? So you get rid of the e, then you add the suffix. So if I was doing ripest, so I'd do I, but of course I don't need that e, so I'm not going to put it on. So we get rid of the e, but instead we just add est. So we've got the word ripest. Okay, and it's a funny word to say because we don't always go ripe est. So it sounds a bit funny when we say it, but that is how you say ripest. Okay, so we've got riper and ripest. So have a look at the next word. See if you can think about how you would add the suffix onto this word. What do we need to remember when it ends in e? Have a look. What do we need to remember? Because it's ending in e. Brilliant. I hope you're all saying to drop the e, we take away that e, then we add on the suffix we are looking for. So if we're writing later, instead of having the e, we would take the e away, don't need the e, and now we'll add on So we've got later. Because again, just like the one we showed you, if you added another e, it would then say l at e latier, but we don't want it to say that. We want it to still say l8 and then later. And of course, we'd do the same if it was latest. So we'd go a, t, and of course we don't need that e, but now we add on est. Latest. So there there you go. There's an example of how you add on the suffix and est when the word already ends in an E. So we have to drop the E, then add on the suffix. So I would like you to have a go at the next one. So hopefully you've got paper and pencil ready, maybe you've got a whiteboard. Get ready to write this word and put on your suffix. Are you ready? Here is the word. Have a go at that one. So let's read it together. Remember, there's a split diagram in this word as well. So it's w-i-d, wide. And we would like you to write wider and wide-est. So wider, wide-est. Have a go at that. Give yourself a couple of minutes. If you would like to pause the video, that's fine. And then you can come back after to see if you've got it right. So let's see. Let's see who's been listening. What do I need to do to this word before adding the suffix? Brilliant. I'm going to drop that E and then I'm going to add on and add on est. So do not forget when it ends in E to drop that E. So here we go. So I don't need that E, but I do need so I am going to add on So we've got wider. It's quite tricky to get this on the board. The next one we've got d. Again, I don't need that E, but I do need est. So wide, so we've got wide, wider, widest. And like I said to you at the start, when you're comparing two objects, you would be using the word riper, later, or wider, because you compare two objects with the ending and when you've got more than two objects, you would be using these words, so ripest, latest, and widest. Okay, so that is how you add on the suffixes when a word ends in E. Now, I think you could have a go at these. So I'm going to give you 3 more words. I'm going to hold them up. I want you to pause the video, have a go at doing that, and then try the next one. But I'm not going to write these ones on my board. I'm just going to give them for you to do. So the first one I'd like to have a go at is the word safe. So can you try writing safe, safer, safest? Pause your video, have a go. Try the next one. We've got rude, ruder, rudest. And finally, last one I'd like you to try, brave, braver, and bravest. So have a go at all of those, see how you get on, see if you can remember that rule, and then let us know how you do. And finally, we are going to have a go at writing a sentence. Now, as we've had a go at using the words, this time we'd like you to write a sentence. So let's have a look at this picture on my board, and it's very sweet. So we have a picture of a dog and a cat. It looks like a kitten, so a puppy and a kitten. But have a look at them. Now, what word do you think we could use to compare the two animals? So how could we compare the dog and the cat, do you think? What word could we use? I'm sure there's lots of words you could think of, but the word that I have come up with is the word cute, because I do think they are rather cute, aren't they, these two? Now, how many are there to compare? That's right, we've got 1, 2, so 2 things this time to compare. So I would like you to have a go at writing this sentence. Now, you might disagree with me and you might think it's the other way around, but I do think the dog is cuter. So, although it is hard because they're both lovely, but could you have a go at writing this sentence for me? So could you write, the dog is cuter than the cat? And of course, you might disagree, you might think it's the other way around, but just have a go at that sentence. So, the dog is cuter than the cat. So we've got 7 words for that one. So the dog is cuter than the cat. So pause your video, have a go at writing that and then unpause it to see how you got on. So let's have a go at writing it together then. So they're very cute, both of them, aren't they? So we start with a capital T. We've got the, finger space, D, O, G, dog, is, cuter. Now we've got the word cute again, and of course it's a split digraph again. So it's cute. Now I don't need that E, do I? So I'm going to drop the E, then I'm going to add on the So the dog is cuter than the cat. And of course you might disagree with that. They're both really cute though, aren't they? But here's our sentence. We've got the dog is cuter than the cat. So there's an example of how you can compare two objects using the word with a suffix Now finally, I've got one more to show you, and this one we're just going to talk about. But we've got some more animals. So have a look at these ones. So this time we've got a dog, a hamster, and a cat. So what could you say this time? Because there's more than two objects. So which suffix would you use to compare this one? Brilliant. So you would be using est. So we would be saying cute est. And of course you can decide which one you think is the cutest. So have a little look. I'm not making this easy for us, am I? They're all just lovely. But have a little look. So what could you say? Have a think of a sentence and say it to your adult who's next to you. Perhaps say it to a sibling. Brilliant. So what did you say? You might have said, the dog is the cutest. You might have said, the hamster is the cutest. Or perhaps you are like me and said, the cat is the cutest. So that's what we do when we're comparing more than two objects. We use the suffix ending est. So hopefully you have all enjoyed today's lesson. Don't forget that you can use these suffixes when you're comparing objects and using them in maths language as well as normal language too. So when you're talking about normal objects. So hopefully you've all enjoyed. Have a lovely day and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.